Early on you had, was it John McEnroe was one of your players? So he, from time to time, would lose his temper. And did that reflect poorly on your shoe, or you didn't care about his image? His image was he was a great tennis player, but sometimes he would lose control, some people might say, and that didn't bother you, or did it actually help sales?
The latter.
Oh, it did. Okay.
No, that he had a bad temper. But I always remember that Arnold Palmer had a bad temper too, but he would keep it in control. But you could see him standing there ready to lose it. John went over. He was Arnold Palmer that didn't keep it in control, but he was probably the most exciting player of his era, and in private was a perfect gentleman. It was just that he was so intense it would get away from him sometime. But he was unique in that he lost his temper a lot. But when he played Bjorn Borg, and I think he played him 25 times, he never lost his temper once.
Wow. Well, I didn't really know John McEnroe as a tennis player, but when I practiced law early on, the office next to mine was held by a man named John McEnroe Sr. And he always told me his son was a high school tennis player and was really good. And of course, you always roll your eyes when you hear this, but then I finally realized he was not exaggerating. So let's talk about golf. A man named Tiger Woods came along, and you signed him up relatively early in his professional career, I guess at the beginning of it. So was that hard to convince him to do this?
Tiger Woods, you could see coming from way back that he had won 3 U.S. juniors and then went on to win 3 U.S. amateurs in a 6-year span from the time he was like 15 till 20. And he would play occasionally in the Portland area, and we'd always invite him and his father out to lunch. So we were working on that for probably 3 years before we actually signed him.
And when you signed him up, he then wears your shoes exclusively, but you also then began to make golf equipment as well. And so you made golf balls and golf equipment, but now you're out of that business. Is that because you just want to focus on shoes and not other types of equipment?
It's a fairly simple equation. So we lost money for 20 years on equipment and balls, and we realized next year wasn't going to be any different.
Okay, so you got out of that. But let me ask you, for a while, you were doing casual wear as well. In other words, there was the aerobics effort and there was casual wear. You decided to try to make athletic shoes into a casual kind of shoes. Did that work as well?
Well, sportswear and shoes and clothes is still a fairly significant part of our business.
And so, in other words, it's not just for athletes. You try to now design shoes, and you have been for some time, for people who are just wearing them casually. And so you like it when people are wearing suits and wearing your shoes as well.
You look great.
Okay. And now, do you ever wear anything other than Nike shoes?
No.
No, okay. So when you go to you wear a tuxedo or something, you wear Nike shoes as well?
Black Nike shoes.
Okay. So let me ask about basketball. In basketball, you had somebody named Michael Jordan as a basketball player you've heard of, right?
I've heard of him.
And so was it hard to sign him up, and why was his shoe so successful, became the most successful shoe ever in the athletic world?
Yeah, it was hard to sign him up because everybody wanted him. And we won that bid. We won that war. And
was it on your personality, or was
clearly.
it okay. not money? It's just personality.
No, we offered pretty good, but we had a lot of good players. We didn't have really great players, and we thought he had the chance to be that. He was obviously way better than we ever could have imagined. But yeah, when he started wearing the shoes, we made them really dramatic. They were red and black and white. They had three main colors that, of course, he was a very exciting player. He jumped and he was quick and he shot. He did everything well, and he was handsome and he spoke well. And then the shoe was distinctive looking, and David Stern did us a huge favor. He banned it in the NBA. And so we ran a big ad that says banned in the NBA, and every kid wanted the shoe then.
But now Michael Jordan hasn't played in the NBA for more than a decade, and yet the shoe is still maybe your best-selling basketball shoe. Why is that?
When Michael Jordan retired from the game of basketball, we were selling about $700 million worth of Jordan product. And it's now become a brand, and we're selling over $3 billion worth of Jordan product. And there are some kids really know who he was, and he's an all-time great. But some kids don't even know who he was. It became a brand. It went from an endorsement into a brand.
So when you wear his shoes, do you jump higher? I mean, if I wore those shoes, I wouldn't be jumping higher, right?
I think you might.
Really? Okay, I want to go get some.